What is up? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful evening. Back with some more Resident Evil 4/5 content for you. And today I'm going to be talking about a thing that I hear a lot of fans talking about that I actually kind of agree with and can see definitely happening. But with the release of the latest Resident Evil 4 Remake trailer, one of the big talkabouts was definitely Luis and how enhanced his role is compared to the original. And one of the big parts you see is that he fights alongside you a lot longer, kind of becoming an effective companion. I mean, in the original one, he was only fall alongside you in this cabin house here, but in the other one, this remake, it's like, man, he's not only, I mean, honestly, he's getting like a 300+% more into this remake than he did in the original one, which is insane considering the fact. I don't think anyone realized how big of a role he really had. I mean, you heard Capcom say he was going to have a big role, but I don't think people were thinking like that. But he's in the game a lot. He survives at least to the island, for say. But we're not going to talk about how long he's in the game or whatnot. The most important part is he's a companion to it. He fights alongside Leon and he helps out. Another thing that Capcom is known to do with Resident Evil, and granted a lot of game companies do this and there's nothing wrong with it, I mean it makes sense, is that they reuse a lot of their assets, and sometimes they use games like what's coming right now to test the water for future things. So one of the biggest things that people pointed out with the trailer, with how much Luis is in the game a lot more and how much he helps out and fights alongside Leon, is this testing the waters of a potential Resident Evil 5 remake. Obviously, we don't know what game they're going to make after this one. We can only speculate. We've heard things, but either it's maybe the next new Resident Evil, or they might keep going down the remake trend. And since unfortunately Capcom seemingly wants to ignore Code Veronica, it seems like maybe the next one they're going to do is 5. And if they do 5, obviously 5 was the one that introduced the whole cooperative mode. Obviously you play as Chris, but you also had Sheva. You could play with the AI companion or another person. But I'm wondering if, Luis being an AI in the Remake 4, it's not like they announced that you're going to have cooperative mode in Resident 4, would be crazy, but he's not in the game for the entirety, so it probably wouldn't make too much sense. But the point I'm trying to get here is the AI and what they're using in Resident 4 Remake is at them testing the waters for a potential Resident 5 remake with Sheva. And if you remember the original Resident 5, I personally don't have a lot of bad memories of the AI. I know I've heard a lot of people say, oh my god, they couldn't take the AI. I just don't personally remember it. I know it's been a long time since the first time I played Resident Evil 5. I have played it a few times ever since. But I don't know, I never had it. The only time it ever seemed like a problem to me was when you're playing on the hardest difficulty in some of the fights, like the first time you encounter Wesker when you're doing the Wesker-Jill duo battle. But other than that, I've never personally had a problem, but that was back then. This is now, so I'm wondering if the whole AI and what they did with the 4 remake is just going to be reused or maybe amped up a little bit to be better for if they do a possible Resident Evil 5 remake. And honestly, I can see this happening, and I absolutely have no problem with it. If it does lead to that, that's something that I would like to see. Because Resident Evil 5 is definitely a game I feel like, as I said, I love it and I enjoy it, but I feel like it can be so much better than what it is. Obviously, most of my complaints with it are more story, but in terms of just gameplay mechanics, yeah, they can definitely enhance on that, and maybe this could definitely be a step for them doing that and them testing the waters, see how people react to it. Because as I said, I don't think most people, until they saw a trailer, knew that Luis was going to have that much of spare time. I mean, I have a lot of people saying, good God, it seems like they're taking out my personal favorite, Ada, and putting Luis in everything now because they're giving him all this role and stuff. And obviously, I don't think they're taking out Ada, but you get the point. I'm trying to make her the joke. But basically, no one saw that coming, Luis being that big. They thought maybe last a little bit longer, but him being a companion partner inside the mining cart section, fighting the 2 El Gigantes, seemingly making it to the island and whatnot, it just seems like they're going to take that route. Because another thing that's interesting is they do the Resident Evil 5 remake. This will be the first time in the RE engine, I believe, a campaign Resident Evil game, that they're going to have any type of cooperative, because it wouldn't make any sense to remake 5 and not have any cooperative mode. But obviously, I said the big difference, Sheva's with you the entirety of the game, where Luis isn't. But it'd be cool to see how that's done, but I'm definitely interested in it, and as I said, I can definitely understand how people would think this might be them testing out, seeing what the reaction gets from 4 after it's released. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think there's any validity in that? Do you think that's what Capcom's doing, or it just happens to be a coincidence? Or maybe you just personally don't want to see Resident Evil 5 remade, or maybe you do. Who knows? But it's your opinion. I'd love to hear anything you guys say. Let me know down in the comment section down below. But that is going to be it. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, and if you did, hopefully I can see you guys back on the next one. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I hope to hear from you all later. Peace.